find it to be so on point, especially when fighters at this level are getting hit hard. And he really looks out for their safety, but does let them compete.
Both fighters make their way right out to the Cagezilla logo, right in the middle of the cage. In the black trunks with the red gloves, Danny Odom. In the blue and red trunks with the blue gloves, Ryan Kenski.
Now, Danny's looking a little stiff. Look for him to come out explosive, though. It's going to be a different feel for him. Look for him to kind of, when he lets those hands go, he's going to really fight through them. Because right now you see he's really tense up top. He's really keeping his shoulders up. His hands are up, too. He's got to kind of settle in and relax here and start letting things flow.
I mean, usually with these welterweights, usually gets pretty exciting. Here we go, right here in front of us.
Single leg. Good scramble.
Great escape out the back door.
And Danny Odom ends up on top.
Both fighters right here in front of the booth. I wore the purple tonight just for Chris.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Odom's in a good spot here because he actually has Ryan smashed up against the fence on an angle, so that's taken away his ability to shrimp. Ryan needs to start getting his back flat to the mat and then angling back off so he can create the space necessary. He's got to be careful, armbar.
Oh! Danny trying to throw rights and lefts. Let's see if he can fight from his back.
He's got to watch out for that up kick coming in. Looks like he's content to let him stand.
So Doman lets him back up.
Back out to the Cagezilla logo.
Yeah, right on top of the logo here. When both fighters square up, now, I don't know if it's just Odom doesn't want to get caught here by something that's crazy, but not a whole lot of action in the first round when they're standing up. A lot more ground and pound.
Yeah, Odom's just, he's not really doing any fakes, not really doing a lot of movement, but it looks like he's just wound up and he's ready to explode forward. Whereas Ryan's staying a little bit more loose, but again, he's a little bit fearful of the power that he felt on that last shot, in ground and pound.
Charles, Danny is completely flat-footed. At least Ryan has a little bit of movement. He's circling in the middle of the cage and just, big shot.
Good right hand from Danny Odom. Is he holding his hand up like, don't hit me?
Yeah, like timeout, ref.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that. Like, please don't hit me while I'm down here. Let me stand up. I mean, get on him.
Well, that's actually, he'll use that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's a judge,
If Danny comes forward, he actually can use that to kind of push off of his chest and then create more space.
Yeah.
But it's certainly, big shot landed again.
Oh, good.
Pulled guard on that.
Yeah, Ryan jumped in and pulled guard there. I think he saw something the last time they were in this position up against the cage, and now he has a little bit more room to work.
Well, Ryan's fighting out of Disciple MMA, so I'm sure he is very comfortable fighting off his back.
Triangle.
And there's a beautiful triangle.
Transitioning to the armbar.
Let's see if he can hold it. Right. He just slipped out.
Yeah, I don't think he had that foot all the way under the knee,
I didn't think
Charles.
so either.
Goes for it again.
So he's got to make an adjustment. So he's missing one piece. He needs to grab his shin with his hand before he tries to wrap that up, and that'll allow him to break Odom's posture, which is very impressive, by the way. He's strong. You can tell he's built, so he's keeping his posture up, which prevents the pressure necessary for this tap.
There's the end of round number 1. Odom going to make his way back to the red corner. Kenski, referee, this is round number 2. This is scheduled for 3 rounds. It's 3 minutes long. Odom makes him right back out to the middle of the logo, right in the middle of the cage.
Odom's breathing very heavy. He's not really biting down on his mouthpiece right now. And again, this is where when you stay tight, see right there, he's staying so tight, he's so flat-footed, you got to be a little bit more loose.
Kevin, Danny looks exactly like me after Core Blast the other night.
I thought you were going to – I knew that was coming. I'm going to tell you, Danny needs to go to some bodybuilding championships. He needs to go to something to that effect.
It's a good inside leg kick.
Yeah, something hurt him there. Something hurt him. He's pulling a lot of guard. He doesn't seem to want to trade with Odom. He must have felt some power that we haven't really seen yet, where he decided that he's better off on the ground than standing up.
It's not too often you see an inside leg kick knock a guy down, but that was a strong kick.
Yeah, it hit him right above the knee, and those count. Those you really feel that. But he's got to throw his hands go.
There's the flat-footed Danny again.
When somebody's flat-footed like that, especially, you could really close the distance quick. Big right hand there. And that actually was interesting because you saw him throw that when
he's switched
stance. You saw him throw that when he was loose, and it came off a lot better.
Now it's switched. Now he's been scraped on both sides of his rib cage. Odom has. If you see, looks like maybe some fingernails have gotten him, but he's definitely got a little scratch on both sides where it looks like maybe he's bleeding a little bit. That's another big kick.
It's been 2.5 or 1.5 rounds now, and I haven't seen a combo yet.
There's been no combinations, and Ryan just is not throwing a punch at Danny Odom. He's throwing a lot of kicks, and he's shooting a lot of takedowns. The issue with that is those are both very powerful moves, a takedown, a kick, but you have to set them up because if you don't, it's so easy to stop and you waste a lot of energy.
Sure.
You know, he felt comfortable pulling guard. Obviously, he felt something. He was close on a few triangles, but he's not setting it up properly. And now he's ending up in a bad spot against the cage where his ability to extend and shrimp is really limited.
And we always say, you know, even though he's comfortable fighting off his back, it's really hard to win a fight in the judge's eyes if you're on your back.
Well, especially because he's not doing enough.
Yeah.
5 seconds left in round number 2 here in the first event here of this evening's Cagezilla. Got a great job with the sponsorship here for Cagezilla.
I was just at CJ Finn's today. Best little spot in Manassas.
I don't know about that. Taps and Axe is pretty nice too.
Well, now it just opened this weekend, so I haven't been by there yet.
Xandra's is a pretty cool spot.
I do love Xandra's.
Yeah.
I haven't been to any of these.
If I'm in Manassas, I promise you I'm at one of those spots.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, big right hand drop
Oh,
in
he's
there.
hurt.
That hurt him. That hurt him.
Whatever those leg kicks are, those sweeps, I mean, they have taken him down 3 times.
He's got a pounce.
Odom must have bionic legs.
You know, one thing that Odom does, Ryan Kenski is doing when Odom throws those kicks, he's not checking it, he's actually jumping up. That's why these kicks are taking him off his feet. It's not necessarily because of the power. They are hard kicks, no doubt. But he's not checking them properly. He's not using his base.
This is where Odom needs to figure out right here, because I don't think his MMA skills are as good when he's on the ground, and Ryan's going to hurt him.
Yeah, Ryan really threatens a lot, but he threatens, he just doesn't do enough. Oh, good takedown though.
That was
Odom.
a beautiful double.
Really well timed.
But this is where I get worried for Odom, because I don't know if he knows what to do, and Ryan, I feel like, has the advantage when they're on the ground. I feel like Danny should let him stand back up and go back to kicking him.
That's where he certainly had the most success, but he's on top and he is in a dominant position, and it's right there. So as soon as he extends his arm, what Ryan's doing is he's trying to pull it up and get an inverted armbar. He's trying to get an opposite side armbar.
I saw that too, Charles. He keeps trying to kick that leg over.
But you know, when you keep trying the same thing, you know, in the first round he was going off of a lot of triangles. This round and last round he's been working that armbar a lot. You need to vary your attack. You need to go triangle, armbar, triangle, omoplata. You need to throw just like you would throw a boxing combination. You need to do that same thing off your back, especially when you have a tough dude on top of you trying to punch you in the face.
Ryan's going to be in trouble here, CD, if he doesn't do something quickly, because he's losing this fight.
He's down 20, probably 2018 right now.
Yeah, he's got to do something crazy here.
You know, I think he got touched, and I don't think he wanted to.
He didn't like it.
Yeah, you know, and
that right hand in the last round there really stung him.
It was a very hard shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. All 3 judges score the bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Danny Odom.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Danny Odom comes away with the win here in the first event of Cagezilla 49. When we come back, still about 14 more fights to go. 12 more fights to go. 13 tonight. I know, math. I just have a tough time with that, CD. When we come back right here in Ashburn, Virginia.